Hey guys, it's your girl Brandy, and this video is something that was actually requested by quite a lot of you, and it is going to be in regards to the Activision Blizzard lawsuit that is happening. Now, I told you guys I would do a lot of update videos on stuff that's happening in the industry, and this fits that category 100%, along with me reacting to shit that's happening, and this is my reaction to this bomb of a lawsuit that's coming out. So, let me first start off with, if you haven't heard anything about it, I have a couple articles pulled up, so I'm going to be reading, like, word for word some stuff, so you guys get the facts, and then I'll go into my opinions, and then we'll go from there. So, first off, the lawsuit, it's being filed against Activision Blizzard by California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, filed a lawsuit against the publisher for alleged widespread gender-based discrimination, sexual harassment, and a myriad of harm stemming from long-standing frat boy workplace culture. Now, there's a couple of stories that are coming out specifically, which it seems like they are using as the backbone for this lawsuit. So we're going to go into all of that and just kind of break it down a little bit. First off, allegations are based on a 2-year investigation that has uncovered a number of incidences, as I said, and some of the specific things that they went into is they said that women hired at the company have been facing these systematic injustices for years, even prior to these 2 years that it's been investigated. So this lawsuit essentially has been a long time coming. And as a side note, anybody that believes that there isn't some sort of discrimination or sexual harassment in their workplace at all is probably turning a blind eye to it, because at this point in time, it feels like every company has something going on. It's just a matter of when is it going to be exposed. So this is, Blizzard and Activision coming through with this. This article specifically says women are generally brought in at a lower rate of pay than their male counterparts. Often this is because men that join Blizzard have friends on the inside pulling them in. And women are accepting these lower offers not knowing that they could potentially be making more, but just to get the job overall. Another thing that they go into, there's been a couple of people, like a couple of women specifically coming out, posting on social media and stuff in regards to this. And I'm not going to go into each specific account because there are tons, both of people who have worked at Blizzard or Activision or now them as one company. So there's a lot of accounts of that. If you want to check that out for more information, I'll put a link to all of the articles that I'm using today so you can look into them further. I don't want this video to be like 10 hours long, so I'm just going to try to hit the high points. But something that I just touched on and people have been seeing, this sexual misconduct goes through so many different companies. We had League of Legends came under fire a couple years ago about sexism at at Riot Games. There was another wave of that happening at Ubisoft. There's so many of these companies where this sexual misconduct is happening. And it's not even just like women get less pay and this, that, but they're literally saying that women were sexually harassed, and it just sounds like the whole situation is fucked, to be completely honest. So the other thing that I wanted to go into, I said, dozens of current and former employees have been coming out in regards to this. They even said that there's a ton of employees who don't want to be identified, and there could be as many as 1,000 people coming forward with information regarding what happened to them or what they have seen in the workplace. So there's a lot of validity back this claim. It's not like there's like 2 or 3 people that are saying, oh, it's horrible. It's literally like 1,000 people that are coming forward. So that's showing you that regardless of what any of these articles say, the proof is in the numbers. It is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into some of what was going on. So I'm going to put a little trigger warning here. This is going to talk, sexual abuse, sexual harassment, things of that nature. So if that's not something that you want to be exposed to, I suggest skipping the next like 2-3 minutes. Okay, so specifically they said female employees almost universally confirmed that working for Activision Blizzard was like being in a frat house. I'm sure you've heard that a lot if you've been keeping up with this. They said they would have cube crawls, which were like a common thing, which if you know what a bar crawl is, it sounds like it's the same thing, but it's going from cubicle to cubicle and hitting on women and drinking and not workplace behavior by any means. And like I said, they made numerous jokes about RIPE. They would openly talk about the females that work there and their bodies and talk badly about them. And it's just none of this is workplace appropriate. If you are out on a date or you're out at a bar, that's one thing. But for a place where you're supposed to be working and you're supposed to be professional, it's not that. And not only that, but these women are having to come into a place of work where they should be in a safe space, and they are having to be put in an uncomfortable position, which seems like this happened frequently. And aside from just that, they said, you know, male employees would even approach women, comment on their appearances, and the supervisors, who were supposed to be the people above you, looking out for you, were often the people who would be leading these demeaning behaviors that other male employees would continue with. They even said that sometimes women were being groped at company events and taken advantage of. And I saw another YouTuber comment on this, and to see that it's coming up again in a different article that I'm looking at, he even said that the senior creative director of WoW, or the former, correction, would engage in blatant sexual harassment, and apparently they would nickname him Crosby Suit because there was a suit he always wore when he would like prey on these women in the company. So for them to literally nickname him Crosby, that just goes to show you his intentions are creepy and uncomfortable, and nothing about this was appropriate or right. It's just it's just messed up. Like, so all of this coming to light it's not shocking by any means to me. It's not shocking that this is happening because it happens in so many places and it goes unaddressed for so long that they even spoke on that there was a woman who I guess was at one point had relations with one of the higher ups, and she was having photos of herself passed around the office, and they don't exactly say if other things were happening, but as a result of that and anything else that was going on, she ended up taking her own life too, which is just another thing. And the thing that is just downright even more disgusting than anything else is the fact that, like, this most likely isn't going to be the last we see of this. You know, we had Riot Games, we have Ubisoft, we have, you know, Blizzard now. What other companies are going to come forward in the next couple of years where it's going to be the same exact thing? Maybe it's not women next time, but maybe it's African Americans, or it's Asians, or it's whatever, you know. The not only sexism but racism towards other people in these companies is rampant, and I feel like too many places will like hire women or hire a black person or hire Asian people to appear diverse and appear inclusive, and then on the inside it's not like that at all. And I see this highlighted in so many shows and movies, and again, I know those are fictional, but it's fiction that's based off of real life, that people want to give this appearance of being inclusive when really on the inner workings of what's going on, it's fucked. So going off of that, an article that actually came out today that I saw, that production of WoW has been halted because of the lawsuit. Wow, shocker. Like, for them to be like, oh, we need to discuss how this lawsuit is now pushing back production on our games. Like, you need to put your priorities straight, okay? Right now, You're coming under fire for a serious thing, a serious number of offenses that not only are they affecting the women in the workplace, but the other men that aren't part of this frat boy bullshit culture also have been in a not safe space. Nor do I know if they're already being like that towards women, how are they being towards anybody that might be, you know, gay that likes other men in the workplace, or anyone that's bi or whatever. Like, how are they taking into account how those people are being treated too? Is that going to come out that a lot of people are, you know, not in this safe environment? Because you don't know. You don't know. And like I said, with the thousands upon, you know, accounts coming out saying these things, we're going to get more and more information as this goes on. But to think that they are worried about halting production on WoW, get your priorities straight. Like, this is ridiculous. And because I know people are going to ask, I've been seeing a lot of people that are essentially, I want to say boycott, but I don't feel like that is a word that's appropriate enough. But there's a lot of people that are just, they are removing any sort of Activision Blizzard stuff from their consoles, from their computers, from anything. And I completely understand that. I completely understand people choosing to do that. And my take on that is, do what you want with this. I know a lot of people where WoW and Overwatch and COD and stuff is their life and has been their life and their escape. And I don't want these shitty people to ruin your escape. But at the same time, if you don't feel comfortable consuming a product from a company that is so shitty, I understand completely. So for that side of the spectrum, I understand people choosing whatever they do and however they choose to act. And I guess that's really all I've got going forward. If there's more to update you on, I will let you guys know what I find and what I research. My opinion going forward, they're a bunch of pieces of shit. I think that's a given. But at the same time, maybe there's more to the story we don't know about, but I guess that's me playing devil's advocate. But again, I like to make these videos because I like to have a discussion with you guys. I've given you the facts. I'm putting the articles down below if you want more information. And I gave you my opinion. Let me know your opinion on this. What do you think? Going forward, do you think you're going to be supporting these companies still? Do you think you're going to still buy their games, play their games? That's up to you. But I'm passing that question off to you guys. And with that, we are ending this train wreck of a video. So thank you guys for watching, and until the next update, peace out and fair winds, my dudes. Bye, guys.